I like the combination of different professors from different schools. So we have professors coming from UCL, and then we have professors from Beida. And I could not wish for more because it gives you different perspectives. I have been on a roller coaster, and that roller coaster is not close to an end. So my name is Sabrina Wang. I'm 26 years old and I am Chinese, ethnically Chinese. My parents are from Shandong, but I grew up in Vienna. I'm still until my bachelor's degree, so I was around 22, 21. That was the first time that I then afterwards moved out from Austria. After then, I've actually never really returned back again to Austria. I did my bachelor in European economy and entrepreneurship. And then afterwards, I went to into the logistic industry. So I went for Lufthansa and also for FedEx, and I worked there as a project management / industrial engineer. But then afterwards, I actually realized I'm not the person to work in a corporation. I wanna do startups. And an idea came up by my co-founder. We started our own startup in Germany. So it's a furniture subscription company, and we initiated it this year. So we basically, with our startup, we want to give you more flexibility. In a globalized world, I think everyone should be able to stay flexible and stay mobile, because many people, especially in my generation, they work for a place for 1-2 years, and then they move on. And the last thing they want to do is settle down in one place, one apartment. It starts already by not owning your furniture. We provide you the furniture, and if you leave, we take it back. So the name is basically Mobello. It actually means furniture in Germany, but it's with a little bit of Italian, taste. That's always one thing. If I want to express somebody, impress somebody, I'll just be like, yeah, I'm a student from Beida. It already says how they treat me all of a sudden differently. If I just say I'm a foreigner, I'm here to study, they'll be different than if I say I'm studying at Beijing University. Then all of a sudden they're like, wow, you must be amazing then, or you're like, oh, you must be smart then, or something like this. So yeah, definitely enjoying that. After my bachelor's, I wanted to do a gap year, and so the first thing popped up. It was I want to go to China. I wanna understand my own culture a little bit better. Where my parents are from, where I am originally from. So I went to do an internship in Hangzhou for half a year, and that was the first time I actually got in touch with really living in China. And I liked it so much because I actually finally felt I'm accepted, culturally, I'm accepted here. I am Chinese and I'm proud of it. And, I had to go back. I went to Germany then, and I worked there for 2-3 years. And then I've always wanted to come back to China, so then I applied for the MBA here at Peking University, because I knew that if I wanted to do something big in future, in career-wise, I'm gonna go for one of the best universities in China. Growing up in a Chinese environment with my parents, we always hear Beida, Tsinghua, and or in Fudan, in Shanghai. But I'm originally from the north, right? So from Shandong, and so I wanted to understand my own culture better and be in Beijing. It was just a question between Tsinghua or Beida. The BiMBA program has just been something that I was so interested in that I chose to come here. I could not wish for more because it gives you different perspectives. You get in touch with different professors from different universities and different way of seeing things. So you get actually the best out of both universities. It's actually more than I thought it would be. Like it's really amazing, and I'm just being really honest here. I had high expectations at the beginning. I was kind of still off, dealing with the cultural shock and everything. But then we have so many amazing people here. Like besides the students, the professors are they're so broad-minded. They inspire me in so many different aspects in my life. I think I can learn so much from them, also from my classmates, because they're all like ethnic Chinese, they're locally Chinese, and so I'm in this great environment, and that's basically what I wanted when I came here, right? Before I came here, I really wanted to be exposed in the Chinese culture, and I think I have that here. I think different. I like people who are very different from me, or generally, just not like everyone else. So normally surrounded by European people, and here I'm surrounded by Chinese people, but with a very open-minded mindset, right? They want to learn and they want to understand my culture better, openness to exchange different perspectives. I like the combination of different professors from different schools. So we have, basically because we're in a cooperation with UCL, we have a professor coming from UCL, and then we have professors from BiMBA. And I could not wish for more because it gives you different perspectives. So you get actually the best out of, both universities. I got actually really lucky, everyone who's doing the BiMBA is actually really lucky to be in these classrooms, in this Hutong style. I really didn't think that before I came here that I would be surrounded by those really Canton Chinese style classrooms and everything. Being surrounded by that is every time I want to take a break, I'll just walk around here, and see the beauty of China on campus. It's so close. I think there are many options here, many programs who and also at BiMBA, which will encourage you to be independent, to start your own startup. Then we have also entrepreneurship courses coming up. You learn about management, you learn about leadership. But for me, it's basically, if you have Peking University as who's backing you up, who's at the back and who's encouraging you. You just also get a feeling I can do anything, and that name is basically a business card. And whenever I go to events, you are immediately somebody interesting. Well, so far, I would say, I think in terms of innovation and technology, Germany has a lot to catch up with. And I actually recently also joined a community which is called German Innovators. It's part of that startup grind community, and we basically are focusing on how to make it possible to exchange knowledge or technology or anything, culture between Germany and China. And every time something comes up, it's basically how far behind Germany is, in terms of innovation, because of that data protection, the strong data protection. And it's nothing bad or anything. It's just a fact that because of data protection and everything, and maybe also a certain mindset in Germany, it might hold them back a little bit from innovating and getting better. But that's why we're here, right? I mean, that's why I want to also make it possible so that they can exchange, and China and Germany both can benefit from it. I'm still trying to figure it out. Well, in general, it was quite a cultural shock for me at the beginning. Then I loved it, and then I got into this wave of happiness, because afterwards you kind of have figured it out. The good thing here is basically you have a personal achievement every day. Because for me, as kind of foreigner, it's also difficult to deal with the language in terms of reading and speaking. I can speak, but not that good. Maybe on reading, I'm still learning. So it's hard, but every day you improve. And that those small wins are making me happier. I can see my improvement from 4 months ago in comparison to now. So I'm slowly falling in love with Beijing. And let's see if I'm actually ever gonna go back, right? Well, my future plans. My long-term plan is definitely to create a bridge between China, Germany, with the German-speaking area like Switzerland, China, Austria, because I think in a competitive market like it is now in the world, with my competitive edge that I grew up in Austria or in Germany too, and I worked there for a while, I understand the German market, and I'm ethnically Chinese, and I'm trying to understand the Chinese market now better, try to understand my own culture better, and then I can be the bridge between them. And I really hope, I don't know in what ways, with what project, but that is my long-term plan. I think just get your own opinion, make yourself own picture of it. I mean, there's a huge misconception about China, about Chinese university, maybe Chinese people even. If they just have a little bit of curiosity and open-mindedness, then they would just love it here. I think most people I talk to were internationals who thought about China I don't know, first world a country, but they come here and they fall in love, and so many people have not left and they're not really planning to leave Beijing. And I think it says something. I would definitely suggest try it out. This is an amazing adventure. This experience here in China has been incredible for me so far. It has only been 4 months, but I feel like I am such a different person in ways of seeing things and how I deal with people. I have been on a roller coaster, and that roller coaster is not close to an end. It's still like driving, ups and downs, but that's how I like it.